Wait, I want to see what's.
There's an American island where Japanese culture is everywhere. This
Oh.
is Hawaii,
Yep.
America's island paradise in the Pacific. It's unique because it's the only US state made entirely of islands, and geographically it's closer to Japan than mainland United States. That's why the connection with Japan through history, people, and tourism is so strong here.
I think in Hawaii, that's where they recorded the Karate Kid 2 movie, and that's where, like in the movie, they were basically going from Los Angeles to Okinawa, Japan, but due to budget purposes, I believe, they went to Hawaii instead. But they managed to make it so that it was, like they made you believe as if it was actually Okinawa. But yeah.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Takashii. So today I came to Hawaii, the United States, to interview Japanese local. Hey guys, how you doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Takashii. So today I came to Hawaii, the United
Nice. I see the tan.
States, to interview Japanese locals living here. What it's like to live in Hawaii for Japanese people. Okay, let's get started. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Yuto Kubota. I'm working at Gyoza Studio Kubota as a chef and owner.
How long you
Ooh.
live in Hawaii?
2.5 years, almost 3 years.
Hi, my name is Hibari.
She has a pretty voice.
I'm originally from Nagasaki, Japan. I moved to Hawaii when I was 18 to attend
Wow.
college, and I'm currently working at a Japanese company as a customer service
Wow.
representative.
My name is Kuri. I'm from Chigasaki, Japan. I lived in Hawaii for 8 years now.
My name is Nick Kaneda.
Tomoko Kaneta.
And you guys live here, Hawaii.
Yes, I was born and raised in Hawaii. I'm third generation Sansei, raised in Hawaii, and then I met my wife here.
So you're Japanese from Hawaii, and you're Japanese from Japan. What made you decide to study abroad in Hawaii?
So I've always loved Disney Channel when I
Oh.
was a kid.
Oh yeah, I remember in Disney Channel they used to have there was the like a musical movie or musical series where it was it was like opposing beaches, and one of them was very like tropical, tropical, right, like surfer vibes, and the other one was more of like rock greaser vibes.
So I was so interested in like learning English since I was a kid, and I was doing volunteer activity when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I made a connection for a teacher in Hawaii, so he recommended me to come to Hawaii. I started college and graduated recently, and I'm working under the OPT program, which is like international student can work for a year after your graduation.
It was hula. I started hula when I was 8, 7. It was always my dream to move to Hawaii. I visited Hawaii when I was 5. That was the first time I actually watched hula in Hawaii. There's a lot of hula school in Chigasaki
Hula.
area. It's popular. So
Chigasaki City, which is like the beach vibe
Yeah.
area,
Shigaseki.
right? So that's why you had more
yeah, it's a
Like,
similar vibe.
Yeah.
Just to travel 10 days,
Just travel 10 days. Now, how long are you here?
10 years.
So 10 days became 10 years.
Yeah.
What's the reason?
We met at the
Surfing.
surfing.
Yeah.
でも last day.
Last day.
10 day no.
Fishing is miskita. Miskita.
And then you talked. Oh.
No, I was surfing, she's surfing, and then we a little bit talking to each other, and then
A
I
connection.
say, oh, line exchange, and then started talking, and then
Line, that's like the SMS app that Japanese people use, I think.
And then you came back.
来た。
yeah, I
You
went.
visited Japan.
I visited her, and then she came to visit me, and then we had a relationship. We started, and then I'm married 10 years later. Look at that.
Just 3 times we met and then proposed with me.
I wanted to move to the US when I was child. So and then I started to work at the restaurant in Osaka, and then I had a chance to come to Hawaii. So I decided to move to Hawaii.
How do you describe your life in Hawaii?
Being born in Hawaii, and I mean, we still hold a lot of the old Japanese traditions because from my great grandparents and my grandparents' time coming to Hawaii, they held a lot of the old Japanese traditions.
Yes.
So our family, we still kind of do the same things that even when I go to Japan, I'm still amazed that we hold on to a lot of the same family traditions.
At the time is coming to Hawaii is a very long time ago, so it's just the culture is stopped over there.
After the war, all the Japanese that came to Hawaii for farming,
Yeah.
they kind of got stuck here.
Oh,
So
Right.
They
everything
couldn't-
from
they
that
couldn't go back,
generation
yeah.
stayed here on this island. But Japan kept on changing as the years gone by. But
yeah. I think after that, Japan experienced a period of an economic boom, especially in the 90s, but the economic boom lasted like 70s, 80s, 90s, like 3 decades of economic boom. And my god, the music, like the city pop, so great. And video games, oh my god, I love the many things that Japan has brought to the world post World War II, that is.
in Hawaii, we just stayed the same. Even when she first met my grandma, and my grandma, they were speaking Japanese, but my grandma was speaking old style Japanese, yeah, to you. And she was mentioning, she's like, some of the words she hasn't heard before because it's so old.
People here are so nice and very sweet, so it was easy to adjust.
Do you think living here in Hawaii because of the sunlight and because of the weather, do you think it helps your like mental health?
Yeah, I definitely.
Wait, what?
So it was easy to adjust.
Do you think living here in Hawaii because of the sunlight and because of the weather, do you think it helps your like mental health?
I think being exposed to sunlight and the sun and tropical vibes, like it does, especially view to the ocean, it helps your mind, it helps your mental health. I think it does. Yeah, I think it's the combination of having lots of green trees and lots of like a blue sky and lots of like the sunny weather and just seeing the ocean and the birds fly. Like that's relaxing. It is relaxing.
Yeah, I definitely.
I've been to
think
Hawaii.
So I was really not like happy when
I only went to Hawaii one time. Yeah, we went to Honolulu, and the reason we went there was because my mom's friend decided to do like her wedding over there, and so we went there, visited, and yeah, it was a great time. Although, because I'm a loner and I'm an introvert, I was mainly just in Hawaii and just being like chill. I just went into the shadows and everything, and that's because there's no one of my own age that I can have fun with. So that's why I didn't really enjoy Hawaii as much. Going to trips are mainly meant to be like like yes, even though you go with family, what makes going with family the most fun is going with people that are of the same age as you. And so if I don't have that cousin with me, or like that those people that are of the same age as me or near the same age as me, like I'm just gonna get bored.
I was in Japan. So when I moved to here, I feel like I'm a completely different person.
Even though it's expensive, but basically you're paying like for the sunlight and the weather here.
Right now, I don't work that much, but I usually work 5 days, and then I have hula every week, and then weekends gonna be like there's hula shows, performance, and stuff. People are loving, and I'm in love with the culture. That's why.
Do you think it's hard to start your own business in Hawaii compared to Japan, or like what do you think about it?
Hawaii's everything is so expensive, so I think it's
Yeah.
kind of harder than Japan.
The reason because everything is expensive in Hawaii is because really almost everything is imported in Hawaii. The only exports they have is just pineapples and maybe some like fishes and seafood. Yeah. And also because Hawaii is the place where mainly people go to retire. Yeah. Like in America specifically. Like me personally, I would go. Like me personally, I think the the way to, I guess, to improve Hawaii's economy would be to focus more on exports. What can you grow? What can you catch and then export it? Because in Hawaii, they don't really have a lot of factories, and I don't think they would want factories because it would ruin the landscape. Like one of the main reasons as to why Hawaii is one of the most desirable places to live is because it's mainly tropical. Like it has barely been like devastated by machinery and factories and chemicals. So that's why it's really like Hawaii is really expensive because there isn't things that they can make in order to have a good economy. But I do think that I again, the minimum wage should should be in Hawaii so that people can live a comfortable lifestyles and a decent lifestyle. That's it. That's all the state needs. Raise the wage a little bit, and that's about it. Or raise it to the point where it's people have a decent lifestyle.
Everything, yeah. But like there are not a lot of restaurant in here, so and even Japanese food. So I think
Wait,
a
what?
lot of restaurant in here. So everything, yeah. But like there are not a lot of restaurant in here, so and even Japanese food. So I think, yeah, it was a good choice though. Yeah.
When you came to
I don't know
Hawaii
what
from
you said.
Japan
Restaurant?
3 years ago, what was the culture shock you had experienced?
So I think so many strangers talked to me friendly. It was so
Really? Man, I would have loved if a cute Hawaiian girl would have approached my lonely ass and talked to me, bro. I would have loved that. I would have loved if a Hawaiian girl like came to me and wanted to chat with me and everything, but sadly, I guess no one wants to approach me. I don't know.
like I'm not talking. Like I was so shocked. And also like yesterday I went to a restaurant and when the server winked at me,
Whoa.
I'm like it never
Whoa,
happened
damn.
in Japan. So that's one thing I was like very shocked.
What the heck? She's already getting winked at by like what's it called? Like one of those like by a waiter or a waitress. I don't know. She already gets winked by one of them. What's the waitress that winks at my eye? That winks her eye to me? Well, I guess I'm not that good looking. I need to work on that.
Did you get used to it now? So,
No, no.
not really. You still.
I feel like I'm so Japanese that like it's harder to like get used to it.
What about your friends here? Do you have more like Japanese friends or like my American friends or like, what's your friendship here?
I have both though. My generation's like almost local peoples, but like older than me, they're working like Japanese restaurants. So like they're like my senpai.
I would say
Oh.
50-50.
That's good. I
Yeah.
think because you went to school here, I think that's also.
Yeah, I've been to school. Yeah, I went to school here, and then my hula people, they're mostly from here, local. So my community is 50-50. So it depends on who you hang out with.
Right.
Yeah.
My closest friend is from Germany. I'm very
Oh.
close to her. But recently I started working in a Japanese company, so I have more Japanese friends. Asian is the most popularity in Hawaii. Of course,
I
there's
can
a
see.
Hawaiian, someone,
Yeah.
not many European here. The people who come from Europe is more like exchange student or like visitor.
In Hawaii, I met Japanese who spoke.
And I bet the reason as to why is because I guess because Hawaii is just a state that has its own culture, and that's historical, and that's why I guess many Europeans and also like many Europeans are born in colder states, and so they would rather in colder regions, so they would rather be in the cold. And again, why go to Hawaii when you can go to California? You still get the same sun, but and maybe some pretty areas if you have the money for it, which many Europeans have the money for. So yeah, that's why. And well, I honestly don't know, but I guess it's mainly the fact that you're in Europe. It's just far more expensive to go all the way to Hawaii, when you can just go, I don't know, California or New York. It's more closer.
great English, but in Japan, that's rare. So learning Japanese makes life much easier when you visit or live there. So how can you start? One of the best way is with a private tutor, and that's where Preply comes in. They have over
This is an ad,
2,500
okay.
Japanese tutors, and you can search by price, schedule, or focus, like conversation, business, or even the JLPT. And it's not just my
Wow.
opinion. Studies show tutoring helps you learn more than studying alone or in large groups. Plus, tutoring doesn't just improve scores, it actually speeds up how fast you learn. One report even found that intensive tutoring can double or triple what students learn in a year compared to standard classrooms. With Preply, you can find a tutor who helps you learn faster and more effectively. And you can even get 50% off your first lesson at Preply by clicking the in the description below. Okay, let's get back to interviews. You mentioned that you went to LA before, right? Like even though it's in America, but Hawaii and LA, how did you find difference?
Hawaiian people is so kind. Like everyone is so nice. They like Japanese people, so they're so.
I guess that's because like Hawaiian culture in general is basically more to be more kind and local to one another. Like reach out and everything. Man, I would have loved to be reached out by a Hawaiian girl, or even a Hawaiian guy. Like just to get a bro friendship, right? Having a Hawaiian bro. But I guess I don't know. I guess they saw me and they literally said, "No, that guy really wants to be left alone. Don't approach him."
So nice, but like LA is like not mean though. Like
Not friendly. Like,
like that. Yeah.
But why do you think like Hawaiian people so nice? Like in general, like I noticed as well. Like
A lot of Japanese people is living here. Yeah, that's why like they can understand like Asian culture, like Japanese cultures. I think yeah.
more respectful to Japanese or Asian culture.
Yeah, I think so.
I visited San Francisco, but because my brother graduated from San Francisco University. I think people here in Hawaii are more sweet and more understandable in like Japanese culture because there's so many like Japanese American.
You see so many Japanese people.
And I think it's also because even before like during the Meiji Reformation of Japan and before the World War II, you had plenty of like exchange between Hawaii and Japan, and so they already got to know each other. There was this cultural exchange, and even after Hawaii became a state, and then even after World War II, like the cultural exchange between Hawaii and Japan still remained in Hawaii, and so that's why plenty of Japanese people love to go there. That's why for example, plenty of Spanish people or plenty of Latin Americans love to go to Spain because Spain's culture is pretty much almost the same as Latin American culture, and that's historical. So yeah.
Especially like Waikiki in the central area. But you also see like Japanese people living here as well.
I would say Hawaii is very diverse compared to other states. A lot of Asians here, Japanese here. That's
Indigenous people as well, I guess.
yeah.
What's the community like here? The Japanese community, like living here. What's the
There's so many Japanese, especially like the Japanese women living in.
Like when it comes to diversity, that's natural diversity, but also when it comes to diversity, you can either refer to as race or refers to as ethnicity. And ethnically, Hawaii is very diverse. But racially, Hawaii is not as diverse. But again, most of the world judges based on ethnicity rather than race because race is more complex, meanwhile ethnicity is very easy to explain.
Like American guy. So many Japanese came to Hawaii like long time ago.
僕の知ってる人はまあ同業のレストラン飲食店やられてる方とか、あとは学生の子とか大学生の子とか、あとはアメリカ人と結婚してこっちに住んでる方とか。
カルチャーがなんかどれぐらいハワイに浸透してるのかっていうのをちょっと説明してもらっても大丈夫ですか？例えば僕は日本の看板が多いなと思ったりとかいろいろあるんですけど、なんかそう
I've also seen plenty of Japanese signs and letters when I went to Honolulu.
これに関してちょっとあります。
例えば日本語が通じるレストランがあったりとか、差別も少ないですし、
Wait, oh, little.
はい。
I believe like in the 80s.
I think it's also because, post World War II and during Japan's economic boom, plenty of Japanese people would have the money and they would be like, that's Hawaii. Why don't we go there, right? Why don't we go to Hawaii? We have the money. Let's visit. Let's see. And so, like, Hawaii will also become a touristic spot, especially for Japanese people.
80s, 90s, when the Japanese tourists came here, they were really willing to spend more. They wanted to,
Yen is
and they
Rather than willing, it's because, Japan was going through an economic boom, and so the money was, like, literally meant to be spent on leisure activities, and so that's what they would love to go and visit Hawaii. Like, any country that is experiencing an economic boom is more willing to have its people to be tourists at different parts of the world.
the yen is strong. So, going Ala Moana Shopping Center, just spending in Hawaii was, I mean, like they didn't have much of a problem. Now, Japanese that come to Hawaii, because it's so expensive as is already, they're a lot more frugal.
Yeah.
Going out and to eat all the time is not something that you need to do. They go ABC store and then take food back to the hotel room because it's cheaper. It's all
Yeah.
those small little things that is different. The dynamic is like for us in the 80s and 90s, Japanese were willing to spend.
Right.
But now it's like when they finally get here, they're like, okay, we spent so much to get here.
The yen used to be very strong back then. Now it's not.
Now we gotta save.
みんなカップラーメンとか持ってきて
Cup ramen.
Yeah, you can't spend like $50 every single meat. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
When you came here 8 years ago, did you think like you're gonna live here like for a long time, or like what was your plan at first?
I didn't plan much back then. I went to college here. When I was in college, I wasn't sure if I'm gonna stay here, but then after graduated, I still don't know.
You still don't know.
I still don't know, but
What about your current plan? Do you want to live here for longer, or?
I think I'm gonna stay here as much as I can. I like the weather, I like the people, and most of all, it's hula. Hula keeps me there.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
I think I go back to Japan because there's
Hello, beautiful lady.
no visa that I can get.
So
So
if you could get visa, you wanna stay?
I'd love to stay here. Yeah.
One day I want to move to mainland or like LA or like Boston. One day
I don't know which is expensive, LA or Honolulu. I think Honolulu is actually more expensive, really. But I don't know.
want to open restaurant in mainland.
So you just started in Hawaii.
Yeah.
What do you love about Hawaii? If you could describe one thing.
The people. There's something so special about the culture, our Hawaii culture here. It's such a melting pot, and there is aloha. It's not the trees and the ocean and the sun. It's the locals that make Hawaii what it is. That's why Hawaii is so special.
At the same time, I feel like because of the tree and the ocean, because of the sunlight and everything, that's what makes people warm and everything at the same time.
True
Yeah.
too. That's very true.
You can be
Yeah.
chill a bit more.
I think so. I think yeah. I mean, our surroundings basically cultivate our culture too. Yeah.
You can complain, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You can't
how can
complain.
you be angry with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many mixed cultures, so many Chinese, Filipino. I was but Japanese. I cannot speak English when I come in here. And then, second year is I was so nervous. But it's other Filipino, other Chinese. They speak broken English, but they live so strong.
Do you think you got stronger here?
すごいストロングになった。いや、ハワイに10年住んで、日本をもっと知りたいと思いました。なんか日本がすごいから、
確かに。
なんか改めてなんか日本の神様とか日本のご飯とか全部もっと深く学びたいなっていうのが
ハワイにいると結構やっぱりすることもあんまりないので自然と触れ合うことが多くなる。サーフィンしたりだとかハイキング行ったりとかそれで体も
Yeah.
こう汗も流してそして心もリフレッシュされるっていうので
Hawaiians on average are more physically active. That's why they tend to fit in. And also because most of their diet is consistent of fresh goods. So that's why there are little to no like chemicals and everything.
で対して優しいハッピー心に余裕があるのかなと思います。
People are loving. I'm in love with the culture. That's why hula, history, and everything. So I would say culture.
Okay, what's a misconception or people don't really know about Hawaii except Waikiki Beach or tourist anything? Like, what do people need to know about Hawaii?
Waikiki is great, Ala Moana, but there's so much more
Yeah, there are more islands. I only went to Honolulu. I didn't go to the other ones. And the reason as to why is because such a loner and introvert that cannot live without the internet. And so if I go to a place where I don't have access to the internet, I'm like, I don't want to be here. The only exception would be if there's a girl, a pretty girl, and she's accompanying me on all my travels, and we have this really beautiful relationship that's basically romantical. For her, I would be able and willing to explore and see the world and be disconnected. Just for her.
To Hawaii than that. This is just the front cover. Her age, when I was in elementary school, we were taught Polynesian culture, Hawaiian culture. So it's embedded in the island, and just there's a whole nother world. There's a reason. When you understand that, it makes sense why the people are the way they are in this island. Go to the countryside, go meet the real locals, and then you really understand what Hawaii is.
でもパッと見すごい怖いけど
They look
中
scared.
がすごい優しい。
Hawaii is very amazing place, but people think Hawaii is a like paradise or like people come here as a tourist. But I feel like there's so many deep history in Hawaii, so I think it's important to like preserve nature or think about nature here or people.
あと
I think what makes Hawaii unique is the nature. Definitely. If Hawaii was to lose all of its tropical trees and everything, like it would be very, very like it just wouldn't be the same.
でもいろんな場所があって観光だとワイキキだったりとかアラモアナとかがメインかもしれないけどそれぞれにいいところがあって土地自然がいろんなところにあってあとはその場所にまつわる曲とかもたくさんあるからそういうのを聞いて楽しい。
I'm so fortunate, and every day I'm very grateful that I was born and raised here. And I mean, the world is a beautiful place, but I've seen a lot of beautiful places in Japan, Alaska, but there's moments in my life where I don't think anything compares to Hawaii, my home, and I'm so proud to be from here.
Okay, thank you for watching so far. How was it? That was interesting. I like
That
to
was-
make more videos
yeah.
in the United States about Japan or Japan.
Yo, Takashii, you're welcome to come to LA and Rome. Hello, beautiful lady. Anyways, Takashii from Japan, you're welcome to come to Los Angeles. I wouldn't mind appearing in one of your videos, but I don't think you would be able to interview me. Yeah, but you're a cool guy. I've been watching all of your videos. You're a very, very interesting content creator.
Japanese culture or interview Japanese people. So if you have any video idea that I can do in America, please let me know in the comments. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, click the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. If you have any question you want me to ask people in Japan, please leave the comment too. See you next time.
Great video. All right.